Ukraine Recovery Conference, where we're already hearing pledges of money being put towards Ukraine, but it's estimated of upwards of around 400 billion. How likely is it that you think that this money can be raised and invested into Ukraine, and by when?
Well, I think that's a very conservative estimate. I think it's north of $1 trillion, because don't forget, this war actually goes back to 2014. When the little green men walked into Donbass, when Crimea was illegally annexed. And I remember a figure from a few years ago. I think we were into 40 billion at that time for just that part of Ukraine. So I don't think anyone has a clear grasp. And as one of the ministers or heads of state said today, by the day, the figure gets higher because Russia is continuing its aggression. The goodwill seems to be there. Question remains to be seen is to what extent the private sector will jump into Ukraine. I'm a bit skeptical because I remember before the war even started, foreign airlines had to stop flying to Ukraine. It wasn't because they were afraid or scared, it was because insurance companies wouldn't cover them. So that is pretty bad. So to me, that indicates for a lot of these companies, even if they want to come in, they do need war risk insurance, things like that.
The UK Foreign Secretary, James Cleverly, he said that Russia will pay for the damage that it's done to Ukraine and that he was confident about that. Are you confident about that?
Well, you know, there is the Netflix series, The Diplomat, and in that, one of the characters described London, right behind me, as the biggest laundromat for Russian money in the world. There is still a lot of Russian money here. They've become experts at hiding these things, signing it into different people's names, putting it under numbered companies. I have a feeling not much progress has actually been made on who actually owns these properties. But I will tell you this, I was heartened just recently, I think in the past 2 weeks, when Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau, Canada, where I'm from, said that the government is going to take moves to seize and sell one of those big Russian Antonov airplanes that is stuck at Toronto Pearson Airport, get that money or that plane to the Ukrainian side. So I hope that's a first step in Western governments' efforts to get this money and give it to the Ukrainians.